Hey, good afternoon. Happy Friday to you. TGIF all day long, right? Welcome to Real Pro Fridays. Thank you for taking the time to join us today on this lovely Friday in March. I'm your host, Sean Wilson, Sales Manager, New American Funding. And I put this together really to have conversations with industry professionals and things like that. And so I have an awesome guest for you today. And I say that every week. All the real estate partners I work with, all of them are awesome in their own right. So I'm gonna continue to say that. Hey, listen, if you haven't done so already, here's what I want you to do. I'm gonna show this on the screen really quick. If you don't mind, to scan that QR code. I want you to scan that QR code right now. The reason I want you to scan that QR code because we have some giveaways that we're going to give you today, and we just need to know who to send them to, right? So when you scan that QR code, it's going to take you to a page, and I'm gonna bring that page up really quick so you can see it. It's going to take you to this page right here, and you'll be able to fill in all of the information that we need. We don't want to know if you're a home buyer or seller or that kind of thing to make sure you get your need met in those areas. And then these links right here, you can actually click on any of these links to join us live. And then after the show is over, then we'll go ahead and send out that information to anyone who has already registered. And so I've been hinting around adding a couple of two, three, or four shows, right? I got two right now in mind, and I want to hear from you. What do you think about it, right? So I want you to go to my IG page there and leave your comments. So I got two coming up. One is called Real Talk Tuesdays. Real Talk Tuesdays. I'm still going to bring industry professionals in, but this time we're going to be breaking down all the different concepts that we've been talking about. Home owners insurance. We're going to talk about that. Lenders title insurance. Owner's title insurance, the title process, the loan programs, FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional. We're going to get into the weeds of these programs so you can understand them better. The different down payment assistance programs that are in the DMV area. We're going to break some of those down on Real Talk Tuesdays at 2 o'clock. Haven't set a date to launch yet, but if you're interested in something like that, I'd like to hear from you. So please, if you don't mind, go to my From Dream to Reality live on IG, Instagram, and give me your comments. Tell me what you think about it. The other show that we're thinking about doing, the Real Talk Tuesday is going to be bi-weekly, and opposite bi-weekly time, we're going to bring in Hump Day Meetup. So Hump Day Meetup is going to be on Wednesdays, bi-weekly. That's a time where you can chat in. You'll still register, and then you'll chat into the conversation. Join in, get your questions answered. If there's anything, if you're in the home buying process right now and you haven't been able to get your questions answered, I want to answer your questions. You can still use your same loan officer that you're using, not a problem at all, but I want to make sure you get your questions answered. So Hump Day Meetup is going to be a place where you can chat in your questions. I'm looking at trying to set up a 800 number, a call-in line, so you can actually call in to the show and get your questions answered. So we're working that out. If that's important to you as well, you think that would be a value to your home buying experience, your home selling experience, I want you to also go to From Dream to Reality Live. Let me know. Please give me some comments. I want to hear from you because I want to bring to you content that's going to help your home buying process and your home selling process to be enjoyable. And so right now, after no further ado, I'm going to bring to the stage a very special guest. She is a real estate agent in her own right. She works with an awesome team, and her name is Edwina Clark. We're going to clap it up for Edwina Clark coming in. Edwina Clark, yay! How you doing? What's going on? One more time. Listen. Awesome. What's going on, Edwina? How are you?
Not too much on this blessed day. I'm feeling good. Can't complain. How are you?
That is right. I know that is right. So thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know you have a lot going on your schedule. So honored that you would take the time out to kind of talk with us, talk with the audience today. And so appreciate that. Hey, listen, tell us a little bit about yourself. Let the audience know, who is Edwina Clark and where does she come from?
I'm a DMV native. I was born and raised in Charles County, and I've moved throughout the DMV, PG County, DC, all of that. So I am familiar with this area. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. I do also run a small commercial cleaning business, and then I do real estate. So I understand the value of a dollar because I do work hard for them. So I'm also a mother. I have a son.
Nice,
You know,
nice.
pretty much me. I'm a hard
That's
worker.
that's fantastic. How old is your son?
My son will be 21 in July. I have
What? Wait a minute. Stop the presses. 21 years old. That's amazing. Congratulations on that. So I know we've been talking over the past couple of weeks about your process, and it comes to find out that you have some unique things that you engage your home buyers and home sellers about. As a matter of fact, you were gracious enough to share with us your top 10 tips that you have for your buyers and your sellers. And I wanted to talk about some of these. I got them on the screen right now. So you can pick any of these or any others that might not be up here. Talk to us how you're educating your buyers so that they can have a better home buying experience. Talk to us about that.
Well, I like to educate them from the beginning. You have to, talk to them, sit down, find out what their needs is. Not everybody is ready to buy a home when they come to us. We sit down, review their credit, review their employment history, their finances, and find out where they're at. And if they are in a position to buy a home and they aren't already pre-approved, then we'll send them to a lender like you, or specifically you, Mr. Wilson, my lender of choice.
Thank you
So,
so much. I appreciate that.
problem.
Checks in the mail. No, I'm just kidding. No checks in the mail.
And
All right, go ahead.
not in the position to buy a home, or some people just want to know, where do you start? So that's where I come in and let them know where to start, because before you even, I tell them, before you even call me or a lender, you can do a check on yourself. Like I said, review your credit, your employment history, review your finances, and get your model plan together, what you want. And then I educate them from there as far as if their finances are in order to purchase a house, and what programs we have available. Like, a lot of people don't understand that first time home buyer, you really don't have to be a first time home buyer. You just have to
Hmm.
just in Maryland in the last 3 years. So, I have clients who might have lost their home due to something, foreclosure or whatever, had to file bankruptcy. And then 5 years later, they're like, oh, I'm still ready because X, Y, and Z happened 5 years ago. It's like, no, you can buy. So it's things like that that I have to, I want to educate them when I want them to know that home ownership is attainable no matter what process you are in your life. A lot of people don't know that even if you are receiving housing choice vouchers, that you can buy a home, purchase a home using a housing choice voucher, which
Nice.
gives a lot of other people an opportunity to purchase a home that didn't think that they could. So that's the part that I want to educate people on. I want to let them know home ownership is attainable. No matter what stage you at in your life, there are programs out there to help.
Nice, nice, outstanding. So you mentioned home a voucher. You mentioned home purchase voucher. Talk to us a little bit more about that. What is that for those who don't know, and how does that contribute to the home buyer's ability to purchase?
Okay, so not every public housing agency offers it, but I know if you're in the Southern Maryland Tri-County area, St. Mary's does have the program.
Hmm.
If you, like I said, if you're receiving housing choice voucher, which means if they're paying your rent or supplementing income to pay your rent, if you have to qualify and already be in the program receiving rental assistance, and if you
Hmm.
are through the steps, and they can take a portion of your rental history every month to set it aside for your down payment for your house, and then they have a special program for that. But you have to already be in the housing choice voucher program receiving
Hmm.
assistance. But like I
Right.
said, money set aside, and then they have houses that they sell to you.
Outstanding, outstanding. So on our side of the fence, when a person has a voucher, even a Section 8 voucher, we look at it as income.
Mhm.
So it helps to boost their income as well, so that they can afford the house that they're looking for their family. So those of you out there, if you're receiving these type of vouchers or you're in Section 8, have a conversation with your service provider on your ability to use those funds to help you purchase. And once you're able to confirm that, the next thing you want to do is you want to reach out to Edwina Clark, right? Her number is right here, 202-664-9664, or email at keys, right? Plural, at edwinaclarkrealtor.com. So once you've made that connection with your service provider and you learn that you can use your voucher or you can convert that into a purchase type voucher, you want to give her a call so she can start that process. Outstanding. Thank you so much for mentioning that. Yeah, you have something else to add to that?
Know where to start or don't know who to contact, you can contact me and I can pull your information and find out if you're in that area. And if you don't qualify for that, then we probably have another program that we can educate you on and get you started. But either way, we're going to get you started on a home buying process.
Outstanding. That is outstanding. Thank you so much for that. I'm going to show this one more time because I want people to uh, go ahead and scan that QR code. You want to register because I want to be able to send Edwina's information directly to your inbox. So we need to know who you are and where to send that information. So go ahead and scan that right now, and it'll take you to the web page that I showed you before. It's a form. It's free. Doesn't cost you a thing. Fill out your information, and we'll make sure that you get Edwina's contact so that she can help you determine if the voucher that you have is usable and help you go through the process to convert that into one that you can use, and then we can talk about the financing, right? Outstanding, outstanding. And so let me ask you this. Have you had an opportunity or have you experienced after you have taken time to talk with your home buyer about the process and you had your home buyer consultation, have you experienced a time where your client has not followed through necessarily with your advice or your recommendations?
Definitely. I had a client that I was trying to explain to him that this is a really turbulent market at the time. And when you go to view a house, if you want that house, you need to be prepared to put an offer in that day. So the purpose of me sending you listings is so you can basically pre-look at them and see and get a feel. And then once we walk and do the walkthrough, if you want that house, you have to bid now. And I explained that to him, and I explained to him that we needed an earnest money deposit, and I needed this so I can submit it. And we viewed it on a Thursday. He waited around to want to put an offer in on a Sunday, then didn't send me the information till a Tuesday, and the house was gone by the time I went to submit his information. And I tried to explain to him, like, this is the market. You have to be willing to listen to what your realtor tells you, because we're not here to, we don't get paid unless we make the sale. So we're not telling you anything wrong. We want the sale to go through from beginning to end as smoothly as possible, and he didn't listen. So the fact that he missed out on that home that was in his budget and was what he wanted was just because he didn't listen to the fact that I was trying to explain to him that this time frame right now in this market is immediate. You see it
Hmm.
today,
You see it today?
see it today, it could be gone today. So
Absolutely.
I've had clients like that.
Outstanding, outstanding. Know what you want and must have list. Talk about that. What does that mean? Know
Um,
what you want and must have list.
yes, when I initially sign a client, I send them a form to fill out asking them basically what do they want, where do you want to live at. If they say I want to live in Upper Marble, is that a deal breaker? Can you live 20 miles out? Things like that. What do you want in your home? What type of finishes, down to the cabinets? People would just say, oh, I'm looking for a 3-bedroom 2-bath home. Okay, 3-bedroom 2-bath home is very vague. Do you want a 3-bedroom 2-bath single family home, townhome? Do you want it updated? Do you want stainless steel appliances? Do you want cherry wood cabinets? Do you want it all on one level? Do you want a garage? Do you want a backyard? What area do you want? Are you interested in the school zones? Those type of things. It's know what you want.
Excellent. Excellent. So you're really trying to kind of um, extract from them the ingredients that make up their ideal house, right? So that you can take that information and type it into your house finding engine, right? Your electronic searcher, and then locate that property for them. That's excellent. That's a sign of a true professional. Outstanding. So talking about houses, I know that you also work with sellers, right? Right? I don't know if you can you hear me. Okay, yeah. And so I'm assuming that you have a similar type process that you walk through with sellers because you sent me your top 10 list for sellers as well, right? And so sell with me worry free. How is that process worry free, Edwina?
Well, the good thing about Samson is we have a great team behind us. So when you list with me, I have my own team as well. So we can take care of everything. Basically, we can get that clean the house because I do have a cleaning company, so we can turn it over. We'll do everything with the listing and the marketing, get the pre-inspection done. So you don't have to worry about the ins and outs of it. I can walk through and let you know, hey, we need to declutter this home, or we might need to make these walls neutral. It might be too much. You might have to depersonalize. It's just that everything you need to sell a house, we know how to do. So when I say sell with me worry free is sign the papers and let us do our jobs. And we are a team. We do this together, but I'm doing the heavy work. I'm just basically doing everything, then asking you is for your approval. So
Right. I got you. I got you. So now I had the list up there earlier, and I can put it back up if you need me to. Walk me through some of your top 10. Like what are the if you don't get through the whole top 10, what are like the three, two, three, four things that you have to talk to your seller about and coach them on so that you can get the most for their property? What are those things that make the difference?
we have to get a pre-approval. We have to know who we're working with. We need to know how much house you can afford. Um,
Well, back up. I'm actually talking about the seller now. So we're talking about the seller, and you have your consultation with the seller. Now you've earned that relationship, that listing, right? So what would you say is like the top things, even if you don't get a chance to go through your list? What are the top things that you have to touch that you think are extremely important for that seller to know and to implement?
I need them to have a positive mind frame. That's one of the major things. They have to understand that this is a process and do not take anything personal. People will come in your home and scrutinize your home, but remember that you are selling this. It's no longer your personal home. You're putting your property up for sale. So when other people come in, they will scrutinize certain things. You need to make it unpersonal for you, but make it like a blank slate for the next person coming in. When they walk in and see your house, they want to visualize their self living there. They don't want to feel like, oh, this is somebody else's house and I can't see the vision. You know,
Mhm.
so number one thing is declutter your house, depersonalize your house, be patient, be patient.
Right.
Especially with this market now, people are trying to lowball, people are trying to highball, and you just have to be patient in this market. If you don't, you're going to lose your mind.
Right.
So say that. Number
So
one
so
thing,
be
trust your realtor,
trust your realtor.
do what they say, take their advice, and basically be ready to depersonalize your home. Detach.
Nice, nice. So depersonalize, does that mean that you're taking down all of the things that, are pertain to Mr. and Mrs. Jones? Or is it just like awards and pictures, or is it just everything that you're trying to take out of the home so that the buyer that comes in can look at the blank canvas and envision themselves? How far do you go with that?
Well, it depends on a house-to-house basis because everybody is different. You have
Mhm.
some people, no offense, are hoarders, and you get in there and you can't see past the clutter. And then you have people who keep immaculate houses and they have it really designed really well. And you walk in and some people are like, well, can I just get the house as is? Can I
Yeah, leave everything here. I'll take it.
on a basis? So that's why I said don't take it personal if you might feel you have the best house and it's designed so great and anybody should want to live here, but then someone else might walk in here and say, oh no, this is too much or this is that, and automatically want to leave. Or even from the outside, if it doesn't have curb appeal because you got trash piled up or the grass needs to be cut or the mailbox is leaning over or, blinds are torn, that takes people look at that when they first pull up. So curb
Nice.
appeal. always important too when you're listing your property.
Outstanding, outstanding. And so, speaking of curb appeal, do you what happens when you come across Mr. or Mrs. Seller who doesn't have lawn equipment, and they're the ones that kind of pay Johnny down the street to come cut their grass, and things like that? They don't have the resource. Is there a mechanism in place in what you do and your team that will come in and assist those type of clients who really want to sell their house but may not have the 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 physical equipment, or not even able to use the physical equipment that they have to create that curb appeal that's needed for their house to stand out?
Yes, we do. We have people for that. That's why it says sell with me, worry free. We have everything. I have someone who can come cut the grass. I have someone who can paint the outside. I have someone who can remove garbage and clutter. I have someone who can take pictures, give ideas to spruce up the place. So we can take care of that.
Outstanding, outstanding. What made you get into this industry? I mean, real estate as a career. What kind of drew you to this place?
I originally got into it because I'm a full time entrepreneur and I also wanted another stream of income. And I always was curious about the real estate industry. And then
Hmm.
I was in a position to buy a house. I didn't know I was. I contacted a friend who was a realtor. She said, come in. And I was telling her, oh, okay, well, I'm coming in, but I know I need to work on my credit. I know I need to do this. I know X, Y, and Z. And then when I got in there, she had a mortgage lender there who was like, okay, well, let's see what you're working with. And they pulled my credit and the income that I made, and I was approved for a certain amount. And I'm thinking I wasn't
Like,
even
wait a minute.
the things that I didn't know, that on the back end, they was taking in consideration, like things like I'm using Credit Karma or something like that to monitor my score when it was a different score that they were using, a different FICO score and a different, system, stuff like that. It was just things that I didn't know that she educated me on. And then I
Hmm.
started research and I'm like, okay, well, I know a lot of people that was in a position like me that could afford to buy but didn't know that they could buy.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Educate people that look like me and come from where I come from, meaning we weren't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. We work every day. So I wanted them to know that home ownership is still attainable because, like I said, I got approved and then I was telling her, oh, well, before I got approved, I was telling her I need to work on X, Y, and Z, and then I need to save this money for the down payment, not knowing that it was down payment assistance out there, not knowing that it was things like the Merlin mortgage program and stuff like that can help, or countywide down payment assistance programs that can help. So once I start learning all of that, I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
I make some money and help people and help people break generational curses and have generational wealth because I know a lot of people who've been on jobs for 20 plus years and never owned a home. And it's like
Wow.
with the rent, you can afford to buy, but they're feeling like, oh, well, I'm living check from check. Okay, well,
Hmm.
let's go over why you're living check for check. Let's go over this budget. Let's see where we can help you at. And let's see what programs are out there that can get you in home, in a position to buy a home. So
Hmm. Hmm. Outstanding, outstanding. So it sounds like you take a deep dive into the finances and help them put the finances in order and see what's possible. Here's what you have, and here's what's possible. So that's outstanding. Similar to what we're doing here on From Dream to Reality. That's airing. Matter of fact, the final segment of the series, Four C's of Lending, is next Thursday. So we're doing a similar work in that we're educating and empowering people to command their own finances and their credit and make the decisions themselves, rather than being kind of led by the industry. Know what the industry demands, and then drive your home buyer ship or boat or car vehicle right to where you want to be. So that's excellent, excellent. What drew you to Samson?
what drew me to Samson? I was actually with another brokerage, but I didn't feel like
Mhm,
training. So
mhm,
I actually viewed a couple other places, and I went to Samson because their training. They have so much training on everything that you needed to know, things I didn't even think of. I'm looking at there, it's like, okay, now I know. And then the fact that it's truly a team with Samson. It's over, I want to say 4,000 realtors and growing. And if you need to know anything, they're there to help you. So when you get me, you get a whole team of realtors. And that's what I like about Samson so much. Like I said, it's a lot of training, but I have a mentor, and then people that's not our mentors, we have group chats that we can ask questions. And it's always someone in there that knows what someone else doesn't know. So it's always someone there to pick up when someone else is lacking. We ask questions, they're right there, like, okay, no problem. This is how you do this. Do you need me to walk you through it? Are you good with the information that I gave you? So I really love the support from Samson.
Outstanding, outstanding. And you said a lot of about the things that you do with the sellers and with the buyers and how you coach. Is there one, two, three things that you think has made you successful so far?
I think the fact that I'm not in this just to make $1 million. Like, I really had a purpose when I came in here, and a true believer of, if I can't hurt you, I mean, if I can't help you, I don't want to hurt you. So
Absolutely.
person with you, I'm not going to sugarcoat it and sell you dreams. If you can't afford this, you can't afford this. Let's be realistic and look for what you can afford to make this happen. So I think just the honesty and transparency that I have with my customers, because I'm just going to let bottom line, this is what it is. We want to make this happen, but you might not can do this right now, but we can get you into this, and let's work on getting you here in the long run. So I think the honesty and transparency, and the fact that I actually like what I do. So
Nice. That's amazing. That's amazing. So one thing you said that kind of stands out to me, which I don't hear often, is having that real conversation with the buyer, is saying that now might not be the right time for you to buy. There are a lot in the in lot of there are many people in the industry that are transaction focused, and I like what you said in your commentary about having that conversation with the client, letting them know right now might not be the right time. Here are some things that we need to work on. Let's strengthen these areas, and then let's come back when your financial picture is a little stronger, so that you'll be closer to getting what you want, if not getting exactly what you want later. So that's great. That's great advice. Absolutely. Not a lot of people are interested in hearing that conversation. Do you get pushback when you say that?
you definitely do. And as a realtor, I have to learn not to take anything personal and have tough skin, because some people don't like the truth and they don't take the truth very well. And then sometimes it's not even that they don't like the truth. Their expectations are unrealistic for their budget, but they don't know that. They People say, "Oh, I got approved for a house. I want X, Y, and Z." But the reality is, I can only put you in what you can afford, and
Right.
I want to sell you a home, not give you a house that in a couple years you can't afford and you can't keep. That's not the goal. The goal is to sell you a home, and then in a couple years, maybe we can upgrade that home for you. Maybe that can
Mhm.
become property, or maybe you can sell that and get the house that you really wanted. But now
Mhm.
we've credit, you've got a good, mortgage history and stuff like that, and you have a little bit more options.
Outstanding, outstanding. That's kind of similar to what we talk about in our consultation. So, the mortgage industry, and I'm glad that you have that conversation, because I think more of us in the industry need to have that type of conversation. Because at the end of the day, we don't want people to go through foreclosure. We don't want short sales. We don't want any loss to happen, because of a financial matter that could have been looked into a little deeper. And so having a conversation around the net, I think, is important. The industry looks at the gross income, looks at the bonus and the commission and things like that, but the consumer looks at the net, what they actually bring home, and they divide that up based on their obligations. And then when you add a mortgage in there that's higher than their rent, and there's not an increase in income, it inadvertently creates a stressful financial situation from the beginning. And so kudos to you. Let me see. There we go. Oh, they wanted to do it again. Okay, kudos to you for doing that. How are you serving in your community? What are you doing, or have done? Something that you have done. What's going on in your world in the community space?
Right now, I'm just trying to educate them on the home ownership and financial literacy. I told you I'm a small business owner, so usually time I try to hire people in the community for my commercial cleaning. I'm also working on trying to get in with the homeless youth shelter in PG
Hmm.
County with Natasha Bruce to start doing more activities with them and try to get a program started with financial literacy. So by the time they leave out there, they will understand the importance of credit and, working jobs, being an entrepreneur, the difference in salaried and being hired. I mean, salaried and just, be having a regular job, the difference between having a job and a career, stuff like
Mhm. That's amazing. So when you start that process over with that agency, what's the name of it again?
that. Bruce. It's the homeless youth shelter in PG County. It's
Outstanding, outstanding.
based
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Bruce was based in DC, and then they came to PG County about 10 years ago, and it was the first homeless youth shelter, in which it should be a lot more, but it's only one. So if anybody's out there listening, you can always look them up. They're always looking for donations, and any type of help would be greatly needed. I mean, greatly appreciated. So
Outstanding, outstanding. See, everyone who's listening right now, you want to copy down that email, take a screenshot of that email and that phone number, and give her a call. What the message that I'm getting from her is that she really cares. Edwina Clark really cares about her clients, and we're looking to serve a segment of the community that may not be in a buying situation right now because they have life matters that they're looking to address, but she's in there helping them to prepare. So I am interested in helping you as well in that regard. So after this, if you want to send me an email, Edwina, and more about the information, I have a whole financial curriculum that we can help empower and educate these young people about it. And when they're ready to buy a house, we can do that too. But right now, helping them with the finances and building the skills that they need to be successful and then ultimately build wealth. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Any more you want to say on that?
no.
Okay. All right. And so, lastly, here, tell us a little bit. We want to know, who is Edwina. Give us a fun fact, something that people don't know about you that you don't mind the world knowing. Something funny, if you
um,
have any.
I can't live without music. If I was stranded on an island, I don't need a cell phone. I just need music.
You need
Music.
some music. I understand. So you would get your jam on while you trying to figure out how to get off that island.
Yeah.
I got any particular genre that you're interested in that you
Actually,
like?
everything. In my playlist, you'll find everything from R&B to country to '90s alternative. So I like a little bit of everything. I even got some opera.
You got some what?
Yeah,
uh,
I
you broke up a little bit there. I'm not sure what happened. You got some what? I didn't hear that.
opera music.
Opera music. Can you sing?
No, my sister,
I was gonna, your
right?
sister.
Sister can sing.
I got you. I got you. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you again, Edwina, coming on the show and talking to us about your top 10 seller tips and your top 10 buyer tips. Hey, listen, guys, I want to encourage you to go ahead and give this young lady a call. That's where her office is. That's her website. You see it there, phone number. You see it there. Take a screenshot. Give her a call. Have a consultation, conversation with her, so that she can help turn your home buying dream into a home owning reality. All right. With that, I'll give you the last word, Edwina. Anything else in the closing thoughts?
Call me, contact me, email me. I'm here. I'm full-time entrepreneur, which means I'm available for you. So, tax time, let's put them tax dollars to use. But like I said, if you're not in a position, but you want to buy a home and you just don't know where to start, you want to get on the track, just give me a call. And like I said, we can review everything and get you set up on the path to home ownership.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. So I'll give you back the rest of your day and you enjoy your Friday and be safe if you go out there in the snow on tomorrow.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a great day now.
Bye bye.
All right, guys, that was amazing. Awesome. awesome having a conversation with Edwina Clark. There's a contact information down there. Again, give her a call, send her an email, stop by our office, say hi, and engage her services. She also has support services for for you homeowners. Get your grass cut, staging, cleaning inside and out, things like that, just to help your home be in its best presentable condition so that you can sell it for top dollar. So amazing. So let's give her a round of applause again. Outstanding. So as I was saying in the beginning, I have these two shows I want to bring on. Real Talk Tuesdays, it'll be bi-weekly, and we're going to break down the different concepts in the home buying space. And then Hump Day Meetup, where you're going to have an opportunity to chime in, give us a call. We're working on a phone number right now. I don't have one yet, but we're working on a number that we can connect to our live stream. Right now we have the chat feature. We can set that up so you can chat in. It will be manned by myself and other professionals that come in. We want to answer your questions live, real time, so that you can maximize your home buying and home selling opportunity. So with that, I'm going to give you back the rest of your day. My name is Sean Wilson, sales manager, New American Funding out here in Waldorf, Maryland. Feel free to give me a call at 443-540-6069. And you have a fantastic rest of your day as well. See you now.